In today's video, I'm going to share with you something that I have learned from women with the longest natural hair in the world. Like, this is something that I have been learning from them here on YouTube. And so, we dive straight in. Number one thing that I have learned from them is they don't chase growth. Women with extremely long, beautiful natural hair, they aren't obsessed with growth hacks. They focus on retention, like their focus is retention. Your hair is already growing from your scalp every day, but the question is, what is stopping it from staying? So, what they do is they avoid constant manipulation, rough detangling, and overstyling. Number two lesson that I have learned from them is simplicity beats complicated routines. You will notice something surprising. Their routines are often very simple, like they keep clean scalp, they moisture consistently, and they gentle handle their hair. And that's all, just a simple routine. Meanwhile, many people here are layering their hair with 5 oils, 10 leave-ins, weekly miracle treatments. You get that? So, the lesson here is overcomplicating your routine can actually slow your growth. Number 3 thing that I have learned is they are extremely gentle with their hair. This is one of the biggest differences. They treat their hair like delicate fabric, not something to rush through. No aggressive combing, no rushing detangling, no styling in hurry. Like, the lesson is the way you handle your hair matters more than the products you use. Number 4 thing that I have learned is they minimize breakage more than they maximize growth. Instead of asking, how do I grow my hair faster, they ask, what is breaking my hair? That shift changes everything because they will eliminate things like too much heat, dryness, friction caused by pillows, clothes, name that. And so the lesson here is growth is natural, but breakage is optional. Number 5 lesson that I have learned from them is they are consistent, not impatient. Okay? Number 5 lesson is they are consistent, not impatient. Long-haired women don't jump from one routine to another every week. They stick to what works for months and for years. No, I tried it for 3 days and I stopped. No, they stay consistent. And the lesson here is hair responds to consistency, not urgency. Number 6 lesson that I have learned from them is their scalp health is a priority. Healthy hair starts at the scalp, so they keep it clean. They don't keep it dirty because when you keep your scalp dirty, it's going to stay clogged. They stimulate it gently, for example, using massages, using natural oils, and they avoid build-up. Okay? And so, the lesson here is, if your scalp is struggling, your length will struggle too. Number 7 lesson that I have learned from them is they avoid unnecessary heat. Many women with the longest hair in the world rarely use heat. Not because heat is evil, not because heat is bad, but because repeated heat weakens the hair over time. Even small damage done consistently over time, it adds up and it causes your hair to weaken. And the lesson here is, what you do repeatedly matters more than what you do occasionally. Number 8 lesson that I have learned from them is they keep their hair stretched and protected. Their hair is rarely left loose all the time. Instead, they use low manipulative hairstyles, protective hairstyles, and simple tucked away hairstyles. Okay, and the lesson here is leaving your hair out consistently can be silently breaking your hair. Lesson number 9 that I have learned from them is they understand their hair, not trends. They don't follow every viral tip. They learn what their hair likes, what causes their hair to dry, what causes their hair to break. And the lesson here is your hair doesn't need threads, it needs understanding. Number 10 lesson that I have learned from them is they are patient enough to let time do its job. Here is the truth most people don't want to hear. Long hair is not built in weeks. It is built in years of discipline. So, those women you admire, they didn't unlock something overnight. They simply stayed consistent. They avoid damage. They let time multiply their results. And the lesson here is time will reward you if you stop interrupting your progress. Number 11 lesson that I have learned from them is they don't manipulate their hair daily. One thing you will notice is they are not constantly in their hair. No daily restyling, no constant touching, no unnecessary combing. And the lesson here is every time you touch your hair, you risk breakage, and less handling equals to more length retention. Number 12 lesson that I have learned from them is they respect detangling as a critical step. They don't rush detangling at all, but they always detangle with moisture or conditioner or a detangler, or they spray some water and then they use some oil to detangle their hair. They start from the ends, not the roots. They use patience instead of force. And the lesson here is bad detangling habits alone can keep your hair stuck at the same length for years. Number 13, a lesson that I have learned from them is they don't equate oils with moisture. And this is where many people get it wrong. They understand oil seals and water hydrates. So they don't rely on oils alone to moisturize their hair. And the lesson here is if your hair feels dry even after oiling, you are missing the real hydration. Number 14 lesson that I have learned from them is they trim strategically, not emotionally. They don't cut their hair out of frustration. Instead, they trim only when necessary, and they focus on preventing damage, so trimming is minimal. So, the lesson here is constant cutting without fixing breakage habits keeps you in a cycle of no progress. Number 15 lesson that I have learned from them is they protect their hair at night consistently. Like, this is a non-negotiable thing. They use things like satin or sleek scarves, bonnets, protective pillows. So, the lesson here is nighttime friction is one of the most silent causes of breakage. Number 16 lesson that I have learned from them is they don't rely on one product to fix everything. They don't believe in magical products. Even the best oil or conditioner would help if you are rough with your hair, you use too much heat, you lack consistency, you over-manipulate your hair, things like that. Lesson number 17 that I have learned from them is they pay attention to their ends. Their ends are treated like the hardest, most fragile part of their hair. And so they keep their ends moisturized, they keep their ends tucked away, and they avoid exposing their hands to harsh conditions. So the lesson here is your ends determines your length. You neglect them and then you lose progress. Lesson number 18 that I have learned from them is they avoid tight hairstyles that stress their scalp, that stress their hairline. Long-haired women rarely sacrifice their edges for style. Never. They will avoid tight braids, heavy extension, and constant pull-in hairstyles. And the lesson here is hair that is constantly under tension will eventually give up. Lesson number 19 that I have learned from them is they listen to their hair, not routines. They don't blindly follow schedules like I wash my day after every 7 days no matter what. No, I wash my hair every month just once no matter what. No. Instead, they adjust based on how their hair feels, what their hair needs. They also adjust based on weather and based on scalp condition. The lesson here is a rigid routine can harm you if it ignores what your hair actually needs. And the lesson number 20 that I have learned from them is they think long term, not quick results. This is the biggest mindset shift. They don't ask, how can I grow my hair fast within this month? Like, how can I grow my hair fast this month? Instead, they ask, will this habit still benefit my hair 1 year from now? Okay. And the lesson is long hair is built from small, correct decision repeated over time. And those are some of the amazing things that I have learned, and they have really helped me in my hair growth journey. So if you have listened to my video today, kindly comment down there below and tell me some of the things that you have learned from those people who, like the people that you have seen, they have long, beautiful, natural hair, and the things that you have learned from them. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. Kindly subscribe to my channel and let's continue growing our natural hair and learning about our natural hair together.